featuring Help Me, Steve McEwen, You're My Only Hope. There you go. Very good layer wig, mate. Welcome back to an intergalactic light lunch where in a few moments we're going to be sitting down to eat with the men behind the Star Wars masks. Darth Vader, R2-D2 and Chewbacca.
Now, of course, the last Star Wars film, Return of the Jedi, came out in 1983. I wonder what Darth and co have been up to since then. The Builder's Perks!
Oh, brilliant. Come in. Hi,
Hiya.
nice to meet you. Hi there. Hiya. Listen, sorry to rush you, but can we start with this room? As you can see, there's just one window, so it's quite light over here, but this side is very much the dark side.
It's why we've decided to go with a very sort of bright Skywalker blue.
Yeah. Really, are you all right? Do you want one of these? I use one myself.
Actually, guys, while you're here, you wouldn't mind having a look at this drawer, would you? It's very sticky.
I've told you, Mel, just use force.
Sue, I tried using force, it didn't work.
Okay, right. Couldn't help her, could you? It's just stuck, you know.
You see, Sue? No need to use force.
Well, excellent. Well, if you could just bill us for that, that'd be great.
Yeah, the postcode here is SE15C3PO.
Okay, so get started, lads, in your own time. Brilliant.
Anyone want a cup of tea?
Yes, please. 2 sugars, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what he said there.
He said 9 sugars, please, darling.
Excellent.
Actually, before you start, can I just confirm when you're going to have the job done by?
Well, you see, we're very busy, sweetheart. I don't reckon we'll have it finished before the weekend.
I'm sorry, we really need it done before then. I mean, if you just said, I'm afraid we're going to have to use somebody else. I'm sorry to waste your time, but good evening.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, thanks a lot. Great, just great. Who are we going to get now?
Susie, don't worry, my love. Steve the Builder.
Yeah.
He put me in touch with somebody that I think will just be fine.
Take your word for it.
Hello. Hi, it's Mel. By Thursday. Okay, brilliant. See you, bye.
Sorted?
Our guests today are all stars of the biggest movie of all time. Star Wars may well be over 20 years old, but by Yoda, it still looks darn good. They've been across 1,000 galaxies, and they're our childhood heroes. We're literally spaced out that they're here. Please welcome the stars of Star Wars. R2-D2, played by Kenny Baker. Hi, Kenny. Nice to see you. How are you? Hi. Chewbacca, alias Peter Mayhew. And hi there, Peter. Nice to see you. And Dave Prowse. Hey. Darth Vader. Hi.
They're your fans. They're just queuing up to see you.
We had to turn away hundreds of people today because they knew
Where
that
did
it
you
was
find
Star
this
Wars.
lot?
They wanted to come. They wanted to. They love you.
You must have paid them well.
We paid them three quid each. 3 quid each, Peter.
Wandering along the river, really.
They were wandering along the route, yeah, exactly. Kenny, you may be interested in this.
Oh, yes.
This is an R2-D2 sandwich.
Isn't that nice?
That's especially for you.
Well, it is nice, but it's also quite poor.
It's rubbish.
Is it whistle, Kenny? Yeah.
Well, nearly.
Nearly.
Please tuck in, by the way.
Yeah,
Get
go for it.
started.
That's good.
When you first did Star Wars, did you ever have any idea that it was going to be so enormous?
Not really. Nobody knew, did they? Nobody, did they? More money.
Yeah. Did you ever have any idea that it was going to
No. I thought it would be pretty good when you got two English guys like Alec Guinness and
Yeah.
Peter Cushing involved in it.
Yeah.
But nobody knew what was going on.
No.
Because you didn't vex.
Yeah. Of
Until
course.
afterwards.
Yes, of course.
I think the only inkling we really had was the fact that there was so much money being spent on sets. They took over the whole of Elstree Studios, and even went into Shepperton Studios as well. So it was an enormous project.
Yeah.
And the sets were fantastically expensive sets.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you can see there was lots of money being spent.
Sure.
But you know, we had no idea as to basically what we were doing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we actually had scripts on the first one.
Right.
But we didn't get them on second and third.
Has it become like an integral part of your lives now? Even
yeah.
though
In a way,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's all been reincarnated, as it were, isn't it?
you must have been delighted because it's reached a whole new generation,
That's right.
isn't it?
Actions.
Yeah.
People of my age. They've got
Whippersnapper.
my kids, you know, and then they've got their kids. You've got 3 generations. It's
Yeah.
marvellous.
Wonderful.
Shall I play that again for you?
You're fine. Do you ever get kind of sick of it though, in a way, Peter? I mean,
No.
Do you enjoy doing television, don't you?
it's great.
It's a job, isn't it?
It's a job.
Yeah.
Why not?
Enjoy it,
Yeah,
I said, what better job can you have when you travel around the world and when you get
Talking to
thousands of people turn up to see us everywhere we go?
Yeah.
It's a strange thing, actually. It's like, I have a gymnasium in London, and I walk around the borough, not very far away from here. And I walk around, nobody takes any notice of me. I go to America, and we get 5,000 people turn up to see us. It's you know, it's incredible.
What kind of people show up to see you? Are they all just mega?
Star
Well, they're all
Wars
mega,
fans.
mega
Mega
fans.
fans.
Yeah,
Mega fans,
absolutely.
normal
Yeah,
people.
Yeah,
Do they come in costume, some of them?
yeah.
Some
yeah,
do.
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant.
Lots of
Lots of that.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of all the conventions that we do are the big costume parades that they have. Yeah, well, really, they're
But
really
sometimes on the
fantastic.
same show as Star Trek, you know, and
Right.
Babylon 5 and yeah.
Really? They pay you to
Oh,
do
yeah.
If it's a
Well,
big
they're what they
convention.
call multimedia conventions.
Yeah.
Big.
Some horror, the horror comes into it as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you get horror,
Altogether.
sci-fi, the whole
All
works.
kinds of weirdies wandering around.
But Kenny, you've worked on the latest Star Wars, the prequel. The gossip. I'll give you this
I know, right.
something.
Imagine you've got something out there on the blue screen, and half of it you've
Little Birdie, I have to say, did tell me that during one scene, Ewan McGregor was doing a lightsaber scene, and he was going goz, or he's actually making the noises.
He may have been. Well, I wasn't involved in it,
Their
really.
lips are sealed, aren't they?
Well, we had a typhoon or a very strong blue, the whole thing. The war all over the desert, and
So it was absolutely boiling.
well, I thought we'd be on the next plane. Boiling.
It was hung
Massive costumes, didn't you?
Well, they weren't there then, but this was on the first one.
Yeah.
It's the same.
And Peter, you must have been very hot in the old Chewbacca fur.
It was pretty warm,
Yeah.
but it was a knitted costume, so they provided me with a fan. So
Right.
all I had to do was open my arms up
And they
and
just
get
go,
cool.
Look
So
at
that wasn't too bad.
You look like a cormorant on the rocks.
Batting his hands.
Mine was made, went on in 15 pieces, and it was all made from quilted leather and fiberglass. But it was quite comfortable to wear, apart from the helmet and the mask. The helmet and the mask was the major problem, because they made the mask too big to start with. And I remember when we put the mask first on, George said to me, he said, "Look, you know, turn left to right and let's see how the mask moves." And I went, and the mask still stayed facing forwards, like, you know. And so what they did, they then padded the whole thing out with foam rubber.
Right.
And of course that made it horrendously hot,
Very
and
hot.
sweat buckets in it, like, you know.
Do you still get loads of fan mail as staff?
Every day.
Every
Every
Really?
day.
Yeah, we
Fan
all
mail
do.
comes in
You
every
all,
day.
you all get
We all
fan.
do.
So
Yeah.
what kind of stuff? What?
Oh, just beautiful
Well,
fan
primarily,
letters.
primarily from, you know, get lots from kids, you know, writing, wanting. Everybody writes in wanting autographed photographs, and they all send bits and pieces. You know, if they don't ask you for a photograph, they sometimes send small cards for you to autograph. They send letters saying how wonderful the film,
Dave, I
what the
heard,
film was
though,
meant to you, and things like this.
I did hear, the little showbiz bird told me that Darth gets some quite saucy letters as well.
Yes.
I've
From
had a-
ladies who like Darth.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had a few. Yeah.
They want you to dress up in the gear, don't they?
Well, the thing is, it's the black leather that appeals to the women, you see, and I think also the mask appeals to the women as well. And I get,
Some women.
yeah.
Breathing.
The only, and the heavy breathing, yeah. The only problem is if I want to fulfill any of these fantasies of these women, I have to turn up in costume,
Yeah.
which I don't really
Just
want
too
to,
much,
which I
yeah.
don't really want to do.
Did Chewie ever get any sort of saucy,
yes.
saucy fan letters?
Chewie got, in the early days, Chewie got from the,
From Planet of the Apes.
no, from the American League of Decency, wanting to know why Chewie didn't have proper costume on.
Oh, downstairs.
Downstairs, because originally some of the drawings, Chewie had Bermuda shorts and a waistcoat.
You're joking.
No, some of the early Ralph McLaughlin.
That is ridiculous.
Really? Yes.
What do you do?
Bungle goes to Hawaii, basically.
Yeah. So you can imagine what the letters were like.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And all I used to do is write back and say, well, Chewy is an animal, so
Yes.
he doesn't need clothes. He's got the fur to keep him warm.
Yes, and he's very neat downstairs.
Very
It's not
discreet downstairs.
What are
You don't see that much.
Exactly. He's a discreet little Chewy there.
But was Harrison Ford, because as Chewie you worked a lot with Harrison Ford.
Yes,
Was
Harrison was an absolute brilliant guy. You know, I think what helped the relationship, and no doubt there was a marriage, was that we were virtually the same age.
Right.
So, you know, he was just a lovely man to work with.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
He always used to go on set and say, "Where's the camera?"
Yeah.
And he knew where he was professional. Yeah.
Real good guy.
He knew where the camera was that was on him. And,
Right. Did it kind of bother you that all your voices were dubbed over when it came to the final?
well, mine was a whistle and a,
Yes.
a bleep and a bloop or whatever.
Blooping.
No.
Right in there.
I might have blooped a few times. But no.
How about you,
R2D2
David?
goes blue.
David and Peter?
Well, I was very concerned, you know, because I did the voice all through all three movies. Because obviously, you know, I have to act, and all the other actors have to react to me and things like this. I just can't stand there in a mask and doing all the actions and not saying anything.
Yeah.
So I have to learn all the dialogue, you see. But when we did the first movie, I kept on saying to George, you know, what are we going to do about the voice of Vader? Because everything that I'm saying is coming through the mask and is no good for reproduction purposes. And I used to get George, you know, used to say, well, don't worry, we're going to the studios and re-loop all your lines at the end of the movie.
Right.
And then when they got to the end of the movie, they chased back to America because they couldn't get all the special effects that they wanted. And when they were in America, they decided they didn't want to play Darth Vader with an English accent. And so they brought James Earl Jones, who was a very famous black actor in the States. And I think basically they had this big black character and wanted to give him a big black voice. And, and James Earl Jones came in and did a wonderful job. You know?
Yeah.
Good
But
enough,
I knew from the beginning, because George said to me, you know, when I talked to George about the character, he said, well, the only thing he can't do is communicate in human speak terms.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, okay. But as Dave says, I had to make the noises, and some of the noises were really weird. I had to make the noises, and some of the noises were really weird to get the reaction from Mark and Carrie and Harrison.
What kind of noises, Peter?
Oh, I've heard some good
Well, you
ones
give him
today. Which you two have made.
Yeah, you guys
Mine were nothing like that. You can imagine you're in a mask for 20 minutes, and then they say, "Oh, we want a reaction from Chewie." So you know, it was really hot and sticky, and so it wasn't as cool and collected as it would have been at the first take.
Right.
So it was a bit weird.
The walking carpet.
Walking carpet,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and the
astonishing.
Great description.
Fuzzball in there. We're going to take a...
Oh, sorry, no, hang on, Peter.
Oh, hang on. To Peter. That was Chewie distressed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Distress Chewie.
Chewie's happy.
I forgot that one. Yes, there's a sort of light, contented, high-pitched hum that Chewie makes. I'm going to be practicing in the break. Join us in 3 when we'll be meeting the man who played feared bounty hunter Boba Fett in the Star Wars saga, Jeremy Bulloch. We'll see you in a trilogy of minutes.
Steve, my love. Steve, you can't look hard in that wig, darling.
Hot rocks.
Just can't look hard.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to Light Lunch, the programme which is light years ahead of other daytime shows.
And we're here in the lounge with Peter Mayhew, who said over lunch in the original rings, Chewbacca wore Bermuda shorts. Kenny Baker, who says he's in the Star Wars prequel, but doesn't have a clue. Prowse, who says he gets fan mail, dirty fan mail, for Darth every single day.
No, I didn't.
More cheers.
I try to get fan mail, but not dirty fan mail every day.
Well, they want you to dress up in all the gear and do all the
But
breathing
it doesn't
stuff.
come in every day. Every other day.
Every other day.
Yeah.
Now, Star Wars memorabilia is seriously with fans, and they'll do anything to get their hands on the original stuff. But you've got a bit of original sort of memory, haven't you?
Well, it's not original, but it's a very nice piece of equipment from you know, from the movie. This is Darth Darth Vader's actual lightsaber. How's that? Yeah.
So this is the original one you used.
That's right. Yeah.
Where's the...
Ah, that's the secret bit.
That's a special effects.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put that on afterwards. As otherwise, it quite hurts when you get a laser going across your face.
Okay.
It's not nice.
That's right. Yeah.
And what have you got? What have you brought, Peter?
That's an original script that was given to me. You look at the date on it.
Oh, this is the real original script.
Whoa.
That's the original one.
There are loads of notes on
The
it.
Adventures of Luke Starkiller, originally.
right. That
It's
was
taken from the
originally,
Journal
yeah.
of the Wills.
Yeah.
Starkiller?
That was
I'm
Luke's
sorry, I
original
forget
name.
this before. I could just sit here and read this entire... Look, it is a period of civil war in the galaxy. It's extraordinary.
This is real.
Sure, it's
The original,
Enter
yeah.
in
sombrero and donkey.
and guitar.
If you look on the front, there's an original Chewie thumbprint.
There.
Chewy thumbprint.
That is a Chewie
That
thumbprint.
is an original Chewie thumbprint. And that was made while you were filming it.
That was made by that.
That is incredible. The whole thing is quite extraordinary.
I've got
Losing
everything.
everything.
So sorry.
It's all right.
I just came on my own.
You just came in there. Now, although bounty hunter Boba Fett has lines in the film Return of the Jedi, his ruthless ways and his relentless search for Han Solo left us on film and made him a cult Star Wars character. Please welcome the man behind Boba's famous Iron Mask, Mr. Jeremy Bulloch. Jeremy, gift.
That is so manly to be able to carry that.
I've been working since 12:30 to make that.
Would you pass those round, Susie?
Almost lost them.
There you go, one for you.
Can't walk and talk at the same time.
Is it special Boba pudding?
Well, no, it's not
you
a
go,
bother
My
pudding.
favourite.
It's,
Is
Your
um,
favourite?
Apple pie and ice cream.
this is it's not apple pie and ice cream.
You couldn't have given me.
It's not.
It's so hard to make. This is Boba Fett ice cream,
Oh, beautiful.
and this is Sarlacc pie.
Sarlacc pie.
Well, that's where I ended up in Return of the Jedi.
And so you should.
Yeah.
You say,
Best place for you.
They're so rude to me.
So rude, Kenny.
Jeremy, you say,
Yes.
you say Boba Fett.
Yes,
Is
well,
that-
if it was Boba, it would be two B's, wouldn't it?
Ah, so it's Boba. I'm
Boba.
so sorry.
Boba
all right.
Fett.
You say Boba,
Sorry.
I say Boba.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
You saved the line. That's nice.
Is this the original mask?
No, it's not the original mask. This is actually made off the original mold and was given to me by Don Post. He makes replica masks.
Right.
And this is so close to the original. The thing is not to talk and eat at the same time, isn't it? But it's very accurate, the same
the ice
weight
cream.
and everything.
Same colour? Because it looks like
Same-
blue
exactly the same
on
colour.
screen.
Yeah.
It looks like blue on screen.
What television have you got?
Dodgy one.
Yeah, obviously. No, this is the right colour. This is sort of green, and the little scars and scratches in it. And,
Were you surprised, Jeremy, at the impact of the character of Boba Fett?
yes, I think I was very lucky as an actor to wear a costume that was full of all this darts, laser beams and fire, flamethrowers and everything. And, you know, to sit and wear a mask and then become very popular, certainly in America, he's become a sort of cult hero.
Yeah.
There's all this at the moment.
Right.
And suddenly all these web pages are coming up, you know, Boba Fett memorabilia, the Boba Fett vault, and it's quite extraordinary.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And you're going to the convention in Houston as well? With
Yes, I'm going to the Houston one, yes.
Brilliant.
Right.
Fantastic.
So it's been last year was fantastic, great fun.
The resurgence has been incredible, hasn't it? Yeah. And Jeremy, talking about your son, is
Here we
that
go.
which son is that? The one on the internet?
Well,
Is that
There's
Jamie?
Robbie, the youngest one, but
Robbie.
Jamie is also working on a computer all the time.
Right.
And of course, it's true that Sue, many years ago, I think it's Croydon High School, yes? Am I right?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Jamie Bulloch.
My son, Jamie, did a play. Do you remember the plays they did?
So sorry, Jamie.
Yeah, and in fact, I want to know what happened between you two.
Tell us, Susie. Oh, I slightly entrapped your son, but only in a light way, not in a heavy, naughty, dirty way. I did slightly grab him and I did snog him. And I'd like to say... I was about 14, and I don't know if he's watching, but I would like to apologise. Apparently he is very well adjusted and normal. He's one of the few that made it through that procedure.
So it's your fault, the way he's turned out.
It's my fault.
I think we may even have some photographic evidence of Sue and Jamie. Can we have a look at that? Sue is in the left-hand corner.
Jamie's at the back. Jamie's at the back. There's the two boys in the middle at the back. Jamie's right at the back.
Yes, he is! Him! Oh, he's a good egg.
Yeah, they've got teeth now, haven't they?
Have they? I should have waited.
Soon, Jamie.
Oh, he's nice, man.
Soon, Jamie.
Okay, now busy have our phone lines been. On line 1, which person is there? Hello?
It's Roy from Sheffield.
Hi, Roy from Sheffield. Who's your question for?
Roy.
For all the cars, I'd
Right.
just like to ask them, following the release of the trilogy, are they all still raking in the money?
What a rude question, but I
money?
like it.
What money? Yeah, what money?
Residuals.
No, the answer to that, Roy, is no. Simply as that. I mean,
Oh, no.
we've been invited to many different conventions throughout Europe and America. And unfortunately, you don't get money for that. But you don't get residuals when the film, you don't get residuals from some of the memorabilia.
Yeah.
But it's just a pleasure to go back and meet fans who have never seen it before on the screen. So,
So no more
no money.
quids. For...
no.
That's
All the
dreadful, really.
videos as well. That's
There's nothing on that. We get
Would
no
be nice,
money
wouldn't it?
whatsoever on any of the merchandising. And nothing whatsoever.
So it was a one-off payment that you got for doing the
One-off
film.
payment,
And...
yeah.
We're still buzzing around the world, though, having
But
a
it's
ball.
still nice. I mean,
Absolutely.
we're very
Lovely.
privileged to be able to visit everybody, and there are conventions throughout
It's one of
Europe,
those things.
England.
It's like years ago, you know, you sign contracts.
Yeah.
And I mean, as I said, in 1976, and
Sure.
79 and 82, we basically really had no idea. We weren't
Yeah.
major stars or anything like this, you know. And you know, you're not in a position where you can sort of command percentages and residuals and
Sure.
things like this.
Well, there you go. That's the answer to your question.
Yeah, still good fun.
Good question, Roy.
Exactly.
Nice one, Roy.
Long may it continue. Cheers. Thanks for your call.
Never for fiver.
Now with the audience.
Hello there. Now, I'm with Sarah. It is Sarah's birthday. She's 22. Sarah, would you say you were a little bit worse for wear for drink? Just ever so slightly.
Adele has made some vodka jelly for us.
Okay. Now, Sarah, what's your question? Who's it for?
Dave, I just wanted to know what it was like working with Stanley Kubrick in A Clockwork Orange.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed acting. It was one of the great experiences of my acting career, which lasted about 25 years. I got the part in Clockwork Orange because I was a strongman, primarily, more so than an actor. And I don't think Stanley enjoys working with actors very much. But I had a very nice association with him because he was a great admirer of all the various things that I'd done from a sports point of view. And I've done the Mr. Universe contest, and I've been the British heavyweight champion, and Britain's Strongest Man, and things like this, you know. And I used to sit down for ages just talking with Stanley about sport on television, about my career and things like this. And I really had a very, very nice association, and I very much liked him as a director as well.
Yeah, he was a good man. Stan's the man.
Yeah.
Now Caroline's on line 2. Hi there, Caroline.
Hi, I've got a question for Kenny.
Fire away.
And this is from Edmund, who's in bed with the flu at the moment. He'd like to know, how did the R2-D2 costumes, and how did it feel when you fell over?
Well, you mean when I got zapped by the Jawas?
Yes.
Very painful.
Yes.
Really?
Anyway, there
People
was.
get zapped in the Jawas.
Yeah, well, I was actually inside the and when it's got 3 legs, it's remote controlled.
Oh.
So I just wobble along like this and move the head and move the body and do all this, you see. And then when it got zapped by the just a vanishing wire that you don't see on the screen, and I had a piece of wood at the bottom, it tripped and fell flat on its face, and I wasn't inside it.
Well, that's good.
So it didn't hurt really.
You saved the nasty bumps there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cheers, and I hope you get better soon. Recover from your flu, my love.
Thanks.
Take care. Oh, in the audience again.
Hello, I'm with Claire, who's part of the birthday posse. Oh, the alcohol's coming off the breath there, isn't it? Okay, what's your question?
My question's for Jeremy. What was it like filming the famous scene with Princess Leia in her gold bikini?
Well, I couldn't see out of the mask. This is in Jabba's palace, where Princess Leia's in the slave girl outfit, and I could look down, and people have said that she had this low-cut piece here, and that I could see down her cleavage, but it's untrue, because once you put that mask on, you can't see. But it was enjoyable.
But he really couldn't see anything.
Anything at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
There you go. Okay, we're going to go to the phones again.